dusty old country road, wilderness of Alaska. Get yourself around people who are better than you. Every once in a while you got a dick bag, or at least somebody who's having a dick bag day, and they're not going to help out a whole lot. And then I've had this discussion with Jeremy independently and Jacob as well about pro games and being a pro thrower and what's my price point and all of those things. I would love to see some small, and I have never put on a Highland Games. I've helped with plenty of strongman and powerlifting and put on my own strongman shows. So I don't know how feasible this really is, but man, I would love to see somebody of the AD type approach like a local festival, a beer fest, a macaroni and cheese fest, a tater tot festival, or they got a big thing in Florida, like a strawberry festival or something. Hey, approach them and say, hey, can we have a section of your field? A little bit of money, and we want to be near where people can sit, eat, and drink beer. And you give me a couple $1,000s, I'll bring in some entertainers to throw some heavy stuff around. And then from there, that AD goes around and tries to find some sponsorship to, like the beer vendors, the food vendors, or whoever else, tries to find some sponsorship to get that money up a little bit so that we can have a considerable prize purse and hand that out. I say considerable. That brings me back to the question that I get, like, well, what's enough to get a pro? At my level, you can check the rankings all you want. I am a pro. There's not that many of us, like was mentioned. Not 150 pros to choose from. 20. I'm top. I'm ranking 20 to 25. Hoping to push those numbers up this year. But that's all beside the point. I try to entertain. I try to be a good facet of the games, a good representative of the games, and both on the field the day of and creating content on, for the days and weeks to follow thereafter, and even preceding it a little bit, kind of giving a little preview. But at any rate, snag up some money and then have only a pro event. There's a lot to be said about having a big games with 100, 150 athletes. But what about having a games where, like the Celtic Classic, where there's only the pros? It doesn't even have to be only a championship format to do that. Where you have, I'm a big proponent of having the women out there and giving them their shot because they're as entertaining to watch. And again, we're strong on the entertainment front and less appealing because of the athleticism. No, that's the wrong way to say that. We are appealing because of the athleticism, but that's part of the entertainment package. So, people aren't necessarily huge fans of the sport, like Jacob was saying, where they're really tracking and being like, oh, that's number 3 in the world, that's number 1 in the world, or that guy right there is won the world championship last year. Less of your festival goers are gonna track that and follow that, but they are gonna watch and follow and be entertained by somebody who is entertaining, whether it's because they got this big WWE mentality or the presentation, or just because they are excited and they're positive and they're happy, because that shit is contagious. And a bunch of people out there being happy and having fun, then the people watching them are also all of a sudden having some fun too. So yeah, the women are a big part of that. They entertain along with the best of them. So yeah, we have 6 men, 6 women, or 5 men, 5 women, whatever it works out for budget wise. Try to find a hotel sponsor and get some rooms locked down for either super cheap or free. That'd be even better. Even if you got to double people up, most of us pros don't mind staying with another dude, another pro. And then offer, do your best to try to shuttle these people around so they don't have to rent a car or whatever, not forced to. a lot of the costs incurred, if we can start tamping those down a little bit, I'm not alone in the pro circuit of people who will just travel for fun. You offset my costs substantially. Me traveling out of Alaska is very expensive. Anybody who just looked into trying to make the Alaska Open realizes that. But I am certainly not looking to make it a side gig for me. I just want to offset the cost of doing this thing that I do. So yeah, bottom line, you want to get some pros at a local show to be entertainers, to create a little bit of a thing in your area. Find a good sized festival, get some money from them, get some money from sponsors, and then try to put your guys up, put your girls up, and make it where it doesn't cost them money to be there, or cost them very little money to be there. So this video is getting really long. I don't know, I'm at 17 minutes. I'll try to trim that down so y'all aren't sitting here and listening to me ramble for very long. Mostly I'm on this drive. It's a beautiful, gorgeous drive through the Alaska wilderness on my way to where I'll be working tomorrow. I just needed to get some thoughts out on a subject. So thanks for watching. Thanks for following me, all my other stuff too. Hope you're enjoying some of the other content. If there's any other content that y'all want to see me putting out there, go for it. Put some information in the comments. Send me a message on YouTube or on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, whatever, and I'll try to oblige. I know I've got some other ideas in the works. Thanks to Matt Hand, I'm going to try to do a little bit better at giving people an idea of some structure, some education, some structure to practice and whatnot, and get that content out there so y'all gain a little bit from my videos. But all right, back on the road here, banging through the wilderness. Talk to y'all later.